What's up, guys? Dustin McDangle back here with another video, and welcome back to the Pittsburgh Penguins franchise mode series here, guys. The rebuild has been complete. If you guys actually did miss the last episode, it was a crazy finish to the season as we ended up as Stanley Cup champions. Here, looking off the start with the draft lottery results, it looks like Arizona got hosed. Ottawa gets pick 1, Arizona gets 2, so Ottawa is going to get Shane Wright. That is kind of crazy there, but if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are growing every single day, and I can't thank you guys enough for the love and support you have been showing. So if you guys like anything NHL 22 related, consider hitting that subscribe button. We would love to have you a part of the Duster community. But those are the draft lottery results. We're not really in it for the draft ourselves, but we are going to make some draft choices here as we're going to be pick 32 in this year's draft with our first round draft pick. So we're going to have to be smart with our picks here. Nightingale, probably not going to happen. Gage Nightingale, really cool name, not going to lie, but we're looking for the right players. Curtis, he could be somebody we might consider trading up for. I don't know how high we could get, or even our boy Denton Maychuk, top 7 defenseman 2. Honestly, this Curtis kid, medium 2. It's a tough decision. Tom Wilson, two-way, heavy forward, two-way forward. That might be the move right there. As well, we also have Tristan Ninu. I believe that's how you say his name. A medium 2-star elite defenseman. And this is kind of the range we're around medium 1-star. Weren't able to get a lot of good scouting in there. Honestly, we could be around this Brody Bradley, left wing 6'3", Scott Hartnell. 3 years out, though, that could be where we would go. Grinder type player, but I want to get up there to try and get our boy. I want Duke Curtis. That would be absolutely awesome. I don't know if we're going to be able to trade up for that specifically, but we're going to have to find a way to do it here in this episode, and I'll be getting into a little bit more here at the end of the episode about what we're going to be doing moving forward, which I will let you guys know of here in just a moment. But we've got the retirement of players that we're actually going to take a look at, see who has decided to call it a career. Patrick Marleau, Matt Molson, we got Richardson, Sekera, Boychuk, I was trying to say Pollock, McLeod, trying to look for anybody big. Nothing too crazy. Is this Lundqvist's brother? It is Lundqvist's brother. He calls it a career. And let's check the goalies. Pogge hangs up the skates. He's the only goalie. So nothing too crazy really on the retirements here today. But we're going to get into the draft interview process here. Got some coaching retirements. Not too worried about that. Let's go to the draft class as we want to select our guys here for the draft that we want to talk with. Again, we're going to go low down here. We're going to do our boy Duke. We're going to go for the interview. And what do we want to know about Duke? Let's go skills. Trying to see what else we can. Let's see here. We don't know. Let's do both strengths and weaknesses just to get a little bit more information about him. I want to know what he thinks his weaknesses are. Get in front of the net, direct line type of player, then you're deking through other team. Okay, nothing too bad about that. But I also want to ask him when he thinks he's going to be ready for the NHL. I think that's a question under here. No, we'll go new topic. I forget where that's actually located. I think it might be under play style, possibly. It's been a while since I've actually done. Yeah, there it is. Readiness. Let's see here. How long does he think? Couple years away. Okay, not too bad. We'll see what information that gives us. I don't know if that's going to give us anything like boosting our eligibility of him, but 2 years out. Central Scouting 21. Again, this is going to be somebody we will have to definitely try to trade up for. The other person I do want to interview, what is his potential? Al McInnes, 3 years out. It's tough. I really don't think we need to interview anybody else. At this point, it's just a matter of getting into the draft, see who we can try to trade up for. And again, one of the things, and my boy Forsberg, we're going to be getting a Swedish-born type player that's going to be a little bit of a blind pick, but we're going to try to trade up. So he's in the 20 range, so we're going to try to see if we could trade up with the Rangers for pick 20 just to be on the safe side of things. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that, but first round pick, trade value sort of there. We're going to have to get it over the hump. We have a third, fourth, fifth, couple sevenths. I don't know how much that is going to really matter. Next year, we don't really have much next year either. Rookie skaters, who's really not going to play? Coughlin. I don't remember this guy honestly doing too much. Yeah, he didn't really play much last year. Let's see if we can try to move him along. Oh, they're on contracts. It has to be a draft pick. We're not going to be able to make it work unless we do a draft pick for this. We have 2 minutes to try and make this work. Let's maybe try to throw our 6th round pick in there. Trade's rejected. Let's maybe move this. I feel really strongly about this guy. Let's go next year's 5th. That trade's rejected as well. They want to trade away their pick, though. So maybe the next year's 3rd round pick? I feel like that's a decent trade offer. That trade's rejected. I really want to get this guy, and I feel like he's going to be a really good key piece to the squad. I don't want to give up our 3rd this year. Oh, do we give it? We're going to have to give up a 2nd. 1st, and they're going to accept that. Okay. I mean, my call is stupid. I mean, I wouldn't give that against you. 78 elite high for Shane Wright. We'll sim pick 2. Ooh, wow, 80 Radulov. That's pretty darn good. Let's take a draft board. I think we have our guys picked up here. Yeah, Nightingale. I don't think we're going to be able to get him. Curtis, he's up to 21. Maychuk. Okay, yeah. And then I'm trying to remember who. I think we were going to get a goalie. I think we were going to try to go for a goalie. I forget who we were actually looking at. Yeah, the Braylon kid. He goes 55th, but this guy's franchise high. Oh, man. The scouting is not the best on him, so he's probably going to be like a franchise, or not a franchise, but maybe elite medium. And this guy probably be elite low, if anything. They're both pretty far out, so this Ponikarovsky, 82 overall. Honestly, I don't know. I believe that's a 3rd round pick. That's going to be who we're going to want to try to go for. But let's sim a couple picks here. Lambert goes 3rd overall. That's actually a big surprise there. Myers, didn't do too much scouting on him. So we're starting to get down the overalls. 73 overall. Connor Geeky goes to the Canucks. So he stays out west. Keith, I'm just kind of scared going all the way up to our pick here, which it doesn't look like our boy was taken, which is good. Nightingale, 67 top 4 medium defenseman, so not the best of picks. I'm glad we didn't end up taking him. So we are here. We're going to try to get our boy, and there he is. I don't know if this is the right pick, but I want to make it. Duke Curtis, welcome to the Penguins. Top 6 forward medium potential. Was it worth trading the second round pick next year? Probably not. Probably was not. And that's interesting. So we're looking for 50. Man, we're just going to have to sum up to our pick. We're pick 96. Let's see the goalie again. So we'd be 96. Goalie, I don't want him to get snagged up here. We're 96. He'd be around 82. So we're going to have to... Okay, sim options, 96. So we're going to have to trade up in the 3rd round. Let's do this. I don't know what pick this is. Oh, 73. Yeah, this will work. This will work for sure. If we get our 3rd round pick as well, I'm trying to see if we could maybe even get a player in here. They do have room for a player, so we can give up that prospect kid who's not going to get any playing time at the NHL level ever. And Curtis already better potential than this kid. I think we were going to give this kid. See if that works. It should happen in our favor. Trade is accepted, so we'll be able to go ahead and get that goalie. I don't think he's going to be anything too crazy. But honestly, it's about trade capital. I want that trade stock, unless he was taken. That would be an absolute bombshell if he was taken. And he is not. Do we take it? 6'3". I feel like he's going to be elite medium at least, and that would be huge trade value. Elite high. 48 overall, but elite high is huge trade value, so honestly, that is huge. Wilson? Oh, wow. Tom Wilson was traded to the Predators. That's kind of crazy. So we're going to sim up to our next pick. And this is where we're going to look for our Swede guys. 4th round, looking for a Swede. It's going to be interesting. I'm wondering, are you able to sort? No, you can't sort by country, which would be kind of nice. I forget what league. I always forget the league. Is it this one? No, I always forget the league. I believe it's... no, I don't think it's legal. That's the Finnish league, I believe. This is the Swedish league. Right, okay. We don't know anything about these guys, which is unfortunate. So we're going to have to go all the way back up to all leagues. We're going to go for highest potential Finn and see what we can get out of it. We got unknown there. We want to go back to high. So we're pick 128. We don't want to make a bad pick here. Trying to look for a decent Swede. I mean, top 6 forward low, though. Playmaker, let's see how... 5 years out. Not the best looking of picks here. Let's see if we can maybe find somebody else. And forgive me if I butcher the pronunciation. Sven. Our boy Sven here. 4 years out. We don't know too much about these guys. Our scouting was not the best, and that's on me. Senses, he's got good senses and skating, decent shooting. The puck skills is what I'm worried about. Sven, I mean, that's kind of a tough name to pass up on. And we're kind of running out of time here with our pick. He might be the one we're going to want to go for here. I don't see really anybody else worth it. So we're going to go back to Sven. Hold on, let's go back and look back at who was our first one that we tried looking at. I think it was Stefan. Okay. Olason. That might have been right the first time I said it. His stats just aren't as good with the grades. I think it would be smarter here. Plus, he's 162. We're pick 128. So, I mean, we're taking him a little bit higher than where he should be going. Top 9 forward. I'm hoping it's at least still top 9 forward. Oh, where to go? We need to go back. 4th round. We'll take a look. I don't know. It's going to be tight. I don't think it's going to be top 9 forward. Bottom 6 forward. I mean, 60 overall. He might be a solid AHL type player, but I think what we want to do here for this next pick is maybe try to find a Swedish goaltender, almost like what the Penguins are doing in real life, finding those Swedish goalies. Although Olsson is still there. He is dropping, but his grades just were not the best. Let's see if there are any Swedish goalies out there worth taking. So far, nothing. Oh, Blomström. Don't know anything about him. Just with that, I don't really want to take him. But honestly, we were looking at him. Olsson, he has dropped a little bit. Might be a bottom 6 forward as well. Although this Jan Larsson, he has better grades across the board than our boy. Yeah, I mean, just looking at it here, they're better grades. Skating E, that's just not good. We can't have somebody who's a centerman and can't really have the best of skating stats. I don't know what our boy Yolin was right there. And top 9 forward medium potential. Okay, 54 overall. So then we're going to go up here. Honestly, I'm kind of waiting for that Swedish gem to appear. See if we can maybe snipe something here late in the draft. I don't know if it's going to be possible. Elliot. I don't even know if that's a well-known Swedish name or anything like that, but he is up here at the top. I don't know how much we have left of the potential. Do we have anybody worth trying to go for? Who do we got? Okay, we're pick 192. Any of these kids, none of these kids really make any sense. Although this Lembrea, I don't even know how to say his name properly. He is 5 years out. Okay. Tartukin. Bring our boy Tartukin in. Starter medium. Might go for that one Swedish guy that was on the board there. Let's take a look at his letter grades first. Elliot. Although I don't think we can take a look at his letter grades. Yeah, we can't. We're going to just have to hope and pray and see what he's going to end up being. And if anyone knows how to pronounce this last name, my boy Forsberg in the comments, please let me know what his last name and how you pronounce that is. Bottom 6 forward, medium potential. Again, we're just stocking up on the Swedes here at this point to see what we're going to end up with. Now, 7th round pick, we're not going to be able to get anything too crazy out of this. So at this point, we're going to be going for as high potential as we could possibly try and draft at this point. Defense. I don't think we've drafted a defenseman. We're going to have to throw this down here. 7th defenseman, medium potential. I was going to say not the best of things, but again, we're just throwing down some picks here. Again, draft and trade capital at this point. Ooh, Ricard. Top 6D medium. Again, not anything too crazy. 2A defenseman, 5 years out. If anything, maybe bottom 6 would be nice. Top 4D low, which again, that's decent trade value, so we could maybe end up trading him for somebody. I believe this is the last draft pick of this year's draft. 18. I want to try and draft somebody like Young, but at this point, I don't know. Let's sort by age. I don't want a 20-year-old. 17, Marcus Nguyen. Yeah, this is gonna be a shot in the dark at this point. Jason Carnizio. I don't even know if this guy's even worth drafting at this point. Central Scouting. I don't know. It's tough. I don't know. Last pick in the draft, it really doesn't matter. If I'm being completely honest. We're going to go with... I don't know. Yeah, we're just going to go with Peekikoot. AHL forward again. Just kind of a crapshoot at that point. But we got our boy Curtis. That is what we were shooting for. Throughout the entire year, that was what we were shooting for. And now, before we even get into the re-signing phase, and I know we're going to have to give Rusty, our boy here, a payday, we're going to take a look at the awards. Again, your Pittsburgh Penguins Stanley Cup champions. Maple Leafs won the President's Trophy. Vegas winning the Clarence Campbell. It's so weird seeing the Canadians with that. For the COVID year. And then we won the Prince of Wales Trophy, which is always awesome to see. Crosby wins the Art Ross, who leads the league in scoring points at the end of the regular season. Crosby also winning the Hart, which is really nice to see. He hasn't won that in a while. Victor Hedman edges out Letang for the Norris, which is a bummer, but Hedman back on there since 2017. Patrick Laine wins the Lady Byng. Calder goes to Trevor Zegras. I'm surprised they don't have his picture up just yet. Jake Gensel wins the Conn Smythe. Honestly, thought it should have gone to Malkin. Tuukka Rask wins the Vezina. That is really awesome. Another old goaltender winning it. Fleury the year before. Again, really awesome to see that. Jennings goes to Mrazek. Edward Vlasic wins the Masterson. West, Jack Adams goes to the LA Kings, Kopitar wins the Selke, back in the win column there since 2017. Crosby also wins the Ted Lindsay, and Patrick Laine wins the Maurice Richard Trophy. I don't think Simone actually wins top goals, who has scored the most points during the American Hockey League season. That's pretty cool. Riley Sheehan getting some hardware. Trying to see if we have any more. Simone wins. Interesting. This qualities demonstrated, sportsmanship. Okay, good for him. Alexiev, Louis Domingue winning something for the goaltenders, which is pretty cool. I kind of want to check out team awards for AHL. Rockford Ice Dogs win the Calder. We won the regular season trophy as well as the Eastern Conference. We should also have our division trophy as well, which we do. So 3 trophies there for the AHL. Obviously, we didn't win it. So that is quite disappointing after a strong year from the boys. Again, quite disappointing. But we are in the re-signing phase. This is where it's going to get tough. We'll take care of the coaches. We'll get them all taken care of here in just a moment. So give me just a second. We'll get that all taken care of. Okay, guys, here we are for the free agency. Brian Rust obviously being one of our top guys, and we've got $17 million worth to work with. He wants 5-1. He does want to re-sign. What's his current deal right now? I honestly forget what his current deal is, and to be honest, I don't remember. I think it was around like 4 something. I do want to try to see if we can get him on a discount. 4875 for 6 years. I do want to see if he's going to sign that, just to see if we can try to spread some more cash around. Demers doesn't want to re-sign, neither does Anthony Ciu. Demers, honestly, 3-2 at 34 years old. I feel like we can replace him pretty easily, so we're going to let Demers go. Anthony Ciu, I did like him on the team. He does want a little bit too much, which I do want to kind of see if we can get him on a bridge deal at $295. I feel like that would be a fair offer if he were to accept that. Xavier Ouellette wants to re-sign as well. He wants a little bit much for 3 years, and he is honestly, he's going to be the new Chad Ruhwedel. This is what I want him for. I think he will sign that deal for 3 years. That's a really good deal at 28 years old. Honestly, I forget what is he? A defensive defenseman? I forget. Yeah, defensive defenseman. So that is nice. Again, solid D type player. Dominic Simone does not want to re-sign, although he does want a fair deal. I don't know if we're going to be able to give it to him. And Chad Ruhwedel, 32 years old. He wants 1-2 for 2. He's been a Penguin for a while. 32 years old. I don't want to give him that money. Sam Lafferty, 27 years old. He wants kind of a payday, 1-4. Again, we don't really have the money to just keep throwing around to different players. Verdun, don't really know how to say his name. Does he want to re-sign? He does. Honestly, we'll keep him around for the AHL. I feel like that is a fair deal, 9.25. Brian Boyle, he was solid on the 4th line. He wants a little much. A little much here. Restricted free agent Anthony Angelo. He wants a one-way deal. Wow, that's interesting. We're gonna have to. I'm just gonna release him. I don't want to give him that one-way deal. That's kind of much. Curtis, we're gonna leave him in juniors. Let him develop a little bit more, or leave him in the American. He might be playing in the USHL if you really think about it. I mean, he put up some solid points, so we'll leave him there. Let him see what he can do at that position. Now, for goaltenders, this is where it gets a little dicey. Louis Domingue, he is old. He does want a 1-year deal. At 78 years old, we'll be able to find a better AHL type goalie. Diorio, another goalie. He wants a nice deal, so we'll even try to bump that up to 3 and give him a little bit more. That I'm fine with that. It doesn't go against our cap, honestly. Blomqvist, here's another for my boy Forsberg. We are getting in another Swedish goalie that the Penguins drafted a few years back. Honestly, we probably don't even need an AHL goaltender at this point, or to bring in an AHL goaltender unless we absolutely have to. Contract, he wants a max deal too, so we're just going to let him go. The only issue is Tuukka, guys. 35 years old. He doesn't want a new contract, and he wants 7-7. We're gonna I'm gonna wait until literally the very last day to see what Tuukka's gonna want. As we're gonna be getting our coaches in. which is good. Some of these coaches aren't going to re-sign. Okay, actually, some of them are going to sign, which I'm happy with. Okay. Oh, wow, Anthony Siu. He re-signs. That's really nice. Okay. That is nice. Brian Russ signs the deal there. Let's see here. Ouellette is going to want a little bit more money. We'll definitely give it to him. Verdun signs. Diorio signs. Blomqvist signs. If I said that wrong, I do apologize. Please correct me down in the comments on how you exactly pronounce that. But we got Rusty at a discounted rate. I know Guniarov at 7.8. That's a really good deal at 85 overall. Carter's actually on a really good deal, 185. And we could even buy him out. I don't know what he would really want. Anthony Siu, we could also buy out. Actually, is that new? Is that a new feature that we can buy out players? Dumoulin, we could also buy out. I wonder if it's going to tell us. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how that actually works, so I really don't want to buy out anybody. Pettersson's contract, though, if I could buy out anybody, I wish I could. His contract is not the best. He is 26 years old, so I guess that's a fair deal. Ouellette, I do want to sign 28. He does want to sign, so we'll see if we can get him. I mean, that's a solid contract with that, which honestly might help us sign what's his face, Rask back. Sam Lafferty, he wants a contract. Honestly, I feel like giving it to him. If he takes 1-2, I'll be happy with it, and he'll be rich. So we'll roll with that. We'll see if we get these guys in. He's going to reject. Ouellette rejects. Okay, they're being sticklers about their deals here, which is kind of annoying. So I'll try to get that down there. Simone. I mean, he was the best player in the AHL. Did we really? We want to give him the money. Come on, let's see if we can get him back. I want to try and get Sam Lafferty back. Let's see if he'll sign at 135. See if we can get these guys. I don't know how many days left. Okay, Simone signs. Lafferty signs. Ouellette. Man, Ouellette is really starting to bug me now. Trying to get him re-signed. Brian Boyle, we're probably not going to be able to re-sign. We got a bunch of restricted free agents. So we're just going to start handing out some of these contracts to bring these guys back. Again, it's not really going to affect anything too much with our cap situation. So we'll get these guys back. I'm fine with the majority of these guys. And if anything, we could just turn around and trade some of them. But we really just want the depth at the AHL level. This guy wants a little much, but hey, we'll give it to him, see what he says. Another restricted. We'll release him. He's not anything too specially good. Now, let's go up to Ouellette. We're probably going to have to give Ouellette what he's honestly asking for. So let's just bump it down a little bit. He is wanting to sign, so I don't see what the issue is. Wow. He wants more money. Okay. And we're getting all these restricted free agents, which is nice. Okay. He wants to sign, but he wants a little bit more money. I'm willing to go 1.6 for this guy. If he doesn't sign, I swear. Because right now we've got 10 mil worth of cap space. How many days left do we have? Always gotta double check if this is the last day of re-sign. So we have one more day of re-signing. I want to make sure we also got our coaches, because if we didn't, that'd be a big fat L. I think this is the only guy who didn't want it. Let's just give him a little bit more money. He'll probably say yes at that point. So we'll see what we can do with that. But got one more day. Tuukka, he wants what, 7 or 9? I forget. But let's see the goaltender market at this point of what could be coming up. I mean, we got some big time players coming up as well, but really just worried about the goalies. Tuukka is going to be the best goalie. 35 years old. Honestly, bringing Fleury back would actually be so sick. I don't know how much he's going to want, though. That's the real kicker. He's $7 million right now. What are the odds he asks more than Rask? I mean, it's probably going to be extremely high. I forgot Tuukka was also drafted by Toronto. That's kind of an L for Toronto. Yeah, honestly, 2-year difference. If Fleury doesn't, I mean, if Rask goes to market, we could just get him back. I'd be okay with that. Let's double check to see what he wants. I know we've kind of been dragging this episode on a little bit here, but again, this is one of the most important phases of any team's year. He wants 7.275. And he doesn't want the extension. We're gonna let Rask walk, and then we're gonna see if we can get Brian Boyle. What does he want? He wants 1.5, 37. We could probably find a better deal for a fourth line centerman. So Brian Boyle. Okay, so Ouellette signs. We're gonna let Boyle walk. I know. Sad to see him go. He had that one big goal in the playoffs, but again, we'll look for somebody maybe a little bit younger to bring in. All expiring, everyone is taken care of when it comes to the contract. So we are now into free agency. This is what I want to look forward to. Goaltenders. We're gonna let Tuukka walk. We'll let that coach walk. I'm not too worried about it. And here we go. Let's take a look and see what we've got. Free agency, boys. This is one of the most exciting times of the year. We got some cap to work with as well. $10 million worth of cap. Let's double check. Tuukka's gone. Tuukka is gone. So, and DeSmith is actually on a really good contract, actually, for 83 overall. Let's pray we could try to get Fleury. If he is asking way too much, it's going to be so sad. But if we can maybe snipe Fleury, if he did not re-sign, I want to try and get Fleury. But looking at the board here, man, Patrice Bergeron, he wants 8. We could honestly bring him in. Honestly, all of these guys we could technically bring in. That's the crazy part about it. But goalie is what we're looking for. Fleury re-signed. That's so sad. I kind of wanted Fleury, to be honest. But we'll try to bring Tuukka back. He's probably gonna want a little bit more, and we're gonna be paying a little bit more than what we wanted. 8-1, so that's gonna leave us about, I'd say 1.8 to work with for a fourth line center. So let's take a look. Centers, what are we looking at for about the 2 milli range? Let's keep going down here. Tierney would actually be pretty sick. Although bottom 6 forward lines sort of could fit. That would be a nice little shout. Jason Spezza would be a nice little shout. Forward line 3, that's unfortunate. Max Domi, what happened to this guy? Forward line 2, he's really dropped. Let's see here. Victor Rask. If we don't get the one, can we get the other? Nick Cousins. Pitlick. Tyler Pitlick. We need a fourth line player. Do we bring Bukestad back? Forward line 3, so he doesn't fit. Sam Gagne. Doesn't really fit. We're starting to get into low. Adam Gaudette, he's always a solid player. 25 years old, only fits forward line 1. We do not want that. Derek Stefan, former Ranger captain, doesn't fit the lines. Riley Sheehan, former Pittsburgh Penguin, actually. Marcus Johansson, playmaker. Forward line 2. We got to find the perfect Brandon Sutter, possibly. Two-way forward. Nope, not going to fit. Derek Brassard. Forward line 1. It's kind of tough trying to find here. Who's this guy? Travis Boyd. Nope, not going to cut it. We need somebody who fits the fourth line. Was Bukestad? I forget. Forward line 3. That's kind of a bummer. Honestly, we could bring him in. He is a big power forward. He's got the age that we're looking for. Top 6 forward lines. Jay Beagle. Nick Paul could be really nice, but he's top 6 according to the scouting report. Domi would be honestly really cool to bring in. Give him another run. Colin Blackwell, forward line 3. What was Tierney? Bottom 6 sort of fit. He is a lefty. What was his year last year? He put up some pretty solid points last year. What's his stats like? Face-offs, 77. Not the best. Spezza would be a really nice shout. What's his stats? 85 on face-offs, 6'3", playmaker, 39 years old. We bring in an old guy. I'd say we go for it. We'll give Spezza a nice little shout at 245. I feel like that'd be a pretty solid deal, to be honest. If we could maybe snipe him, get him into the squad, and I mean, we're really praying right now that we can get Rask. Probably should have just re-signed him, but hey, we took a chance. We were going for Fleury. It didn't work out. He ended up re-signing, which again is a heartbreaker, but we don't want Allen. I was gonna say we don't want to give up Carter for Allen. Spezza accepts. Ooh, that means Tuukka's probably not going to accept right now. Oh, Tuukka accepts. Okay, so we get both the free agents that we actually wanted, guys, which is really awesome. Really happy with that, actually. How much cap do we have? Can we maybe get one more player? We have 1.4 to work with here. I don't know what we could honestly get with 1.4 million. Can we maybe get a snipe on an older type player? Bergeron was picked up, so that's interesting. Let's see what we can get here. Perot. I kind of want somebody young. Like right here. Costin. This is interesting. Zach Parise. That could be a nice little shout. Bottom six forward lines too. We've won 4. He wants. Ooh, he literally wants what we'd be offering him too. It could be a nice little shout, actually. Him and Spezza on the fourth line. That would actually be really nice. Bring in some veteran presence. No one else is actually wanting to offer him 2 years as well. And that contract would be a really nice snipe. And if anything, we could end up just trading him away, which could also work. So, again, see if we can get him in. And if we do, we will go up to then the lines and try to see what we can put together. As long as we stop getting some of these trade offers, it'll make things go. And we get Zach Parise. So, pretty awesome stuff. So we'll sim up, take a look at the lines, and see what we can put together. Here we are with the lines, guys, and honestly, first line is going to stay as is like it was, although, man, Guniarov up to an 87 overall is very nice. He doesn't really fit anywhere else, so we'll have to keep him there. Rusty and Carter still on that second line. Who was our third line forward last year? Drawing a blank on Scratched. Teddy Bluger. I was like, wait, where's Bluger? Why is he not in the lineup? So let me get him in on that third line here with Parise and Kapanen. The +1 does go away, which is a bummer, but maybe if we move Spezza up, he does work on that third line with Parise. Let's move Anthony Ciu up. Who works better? Bluger. I mean, our team is kind of stacked, a little bit more stacked than we were last year, which is kind of crazy to even think about. As I do also want to take a look at Scratched. Hosang, he's up to an 81. We got to find a way to get our boy Hosang into the lineup, but at this point, it's like, where are we going to put him? Honestly, I'd rather have him over Heinen. Get him in there. Playmaker. See if we can maybe move him around. We cannot, but man, these lines are absolutely insane at this point. If we get Anthony Ciu down to the fourth line and we can't get a +1 on our third, that might honestly be the play. Although we would have a pretty old third line with that going. But let's check out the defense. Letang, Dumoulin. Letang's up to an 88, which is crazy. Let's go down here. Ouellette, Pettersson. Who's this? Dylan Coughlin? I don't remember ever getting that guy. That is... Where's our boy? Oh, Joseph's in the AHL. Oh, that's kind of a bummer. I mean, at least he won a Stanley Cup. I mean, technically, our defense is a little bit better than what it was. Rodriguez actually down to the AHL as well. Borgwist, Brock McGinn, he dropped an overall, so he went down as well. Zahora, Poulin, again, they're not really excelling like I want them to. Lengri, he's up to a 70, which is pretty interesting to see. Top 9 forward. Let's go back to the NHL. I mean, these lines are pretty sick, but in the next episode, we're going to be actually talking about what we're planning to do moving forward with this series. I'll have a couple of questions for you guys. So Wednesday's video is going to be super important for you guys to tune into. But again, we'll leave the lines as it is right now. I'm not too super worried about them right now, as somebody's not going to work on that second PP. I'll take care of all that another time. But the penalty kill is actually looking really good. Again, I don't know where we got this Coughlin guy from. I never remember making a move or anything for this guy. Never accepted any trades, but it is what it is. We'll roll with it. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. So that is actually going to be it for today's episode, guys. If you did enjoy it, if you enjoyed the draft, enjoyed the free agency, enjoyed everything, hit that thumbs up. Again, Wednesday's video, be sure you guys tune in. It is going to be super important, but I hope you guys have a good one. And as always, stay dusty.